If you look at this keypad, there's only 2 buttons, and I can tell you that 90% of the time you're only going to use this one, and it's the on-off button. This laser here, you turn it on and you walk away. This other button right here is a high alert, and on this job site, this big of a job site, I'm going to leave it on. After 30 seconds, this is going to lock into high alert so that if anybody touches my tripod or knocks it over, it's going to let me know that it shut off. Next thing I'm going to show you is a receiver that comes with this kit all the time. And this receiver is different than any other receiver you've ever used before. It's called DTEC. And what DTEC stands for is Defined Elevation Technology. What this receiver does to you is going to change the way you work. First thing that's different when you look at this receiver is the size. As things get smaller, we're building lasers that are bigger and receivers that are bigger. Well, there's a reason for it. They're bigger because they're more durable. This receiver here will take a 10-foot drop to concrete and still be able to turn back on and go to work. The other thing is, this receiver, just like the laser, is dust and waterproof, but the receiver is one more notch up. This receiver is actually submergible. You can actually drop this receiver in a bucket of water or into a puddle, rinse it off, it's fine, go back to work. It's designed to take this kind of job site, right? Next thing I'm going to show you, though, with this receiver, I'm going to actually show you on an application. Like I said earlier, this concrete was poured a week ago. But I can go, now as a carpenter that's going to build steel studs on here, I can go around the perimeter of this and check the concrete and see how level it is. So let me show you that next. I'm going to show you a quick example of how this receiver would be used and what this receiver is going to do that's going to change the way you work. So the first thing I would do coming onto this job is I have to adjust the receiver to the height of the laser. So what I've already done is I've clamped the receiver onto 0 on this grade rod, okay? Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the height until I hear an even tone. When I hear an even tone, I tighten the clamp down there. That means I'm even with the laser. Next thing I'm going to do then is I'm going to walk along this chalk line here, and I'm going to set down the receiver in intermittent spots there, and it's going to tell me how far from level I am. And if you watch closely and watch the screen of this receiver, you're going to see exactly what I mean by how it's going to change the way we work. So as I set the receiver in the next spot here, it doesn't only tell me by the by the beeping noise that I'm off level. If you read the screen, it's going to tell you exactly how far from level I am. It's going to blow you away. So I'll move on to the next area, and I can quickly see that I'm 3/8 of an inch low right here. So that's how fast I can tell that I'm going to need to change my work in the way I do it. Next spot. So I'm 3/8 of an inch low. So you can see that in 12 feet I went from 0 to 3/8 of an inch. I know I need to adjust my wall height in order to be level.